Something dangerous is near. Cannons. If only they were closer, I would show them some fire of my own.
Dakenwares! Stay calm, don't let them surround you! How did you? No matter, come help us! Tunnels. The Dakenwares were an unwelcome surprise. My men fought bravely. We'll have to save the greetings for later. Follow me!
What's this? How did you get here?
Calm yourself, Phineas. Our friend here helped us seal the rear entrance. We're all thankful for your heroics in the swamp. Especially those scouts whose lives you saved. I have no doubt that you'll prove your worth again.
I don't doubt your worth. Your timing is just uncanny. No matter. Jane is doing her best to flood these mines with her men. Their numbers are great, and they've employed a fearsome creature. An old, blind, but powerful war beast. It trampled many of our men. We fell back and collapsed the main entrance, but others remain. For now, we're just trying to hold the Azunites back.
I met her soldiers outside. How long since the fighting began?
3 days, and we won't last another. Listen, Queen Rosalind will want to see you. She's still in her court. Just follow the path up the well.
The well? I assume that's what we're standing in at the moment?
The deep well, actually. That's what the dwarves called it, when they were here. This chamber led to all the riches found in these mines. The wellspring of dwarven culture. The name was a mark of respect.
There must have been hundreds of dwarves living in these mines. What happened to them?
They died, honorably, in the service of Her Majesty. And too great a sacrifice. I don't mean to insult the good queen. Azunai knows the loss weighs heavily upon her.
The Azunites are a formidable enemy. How have you fared against Jane Kassinda?
Not well. We're trying to seal all the tunnels that connect to the surface. But Jane has hundreds of soldiers, and they attack from every direction at once. It's only a matter of time before we're overrun.
This isn't the sort of mine I expected. Is there anything else I should know?
I'm sure you've noticed more than a few oddities here, like the floating rocks. Dwarven geomancy is still strong in the mines, even if the dwarves are dead. This magic is their greatest legacy. Geomancy governs everything here, even the air you breathe.
I'll go and find the Queen. Good luck to you.
We'll stay here a while longer and make sure that the tunnels will hold. I'll see you at the court.
It's good to see you again. May Azanite keep you safe.
The deep well. All of this was carved by dwarven hands?
Careful, those flare-ups will cook you alive. There won't be any more explosions like the blast of 943. The dwarves built these magic fans to keep the air clear.
Don't worry, those platforms are safer than they look. Just touch the crystal to make it move.
A rock that floats? How clever this is.
These tunnels aren't safe, friend. Jane strains our lives as we speak. Go and see the Queen while there's time.
No one could survive that drop. A pity Jane Cassander is not here.
Strange, isn't it? They call it the Stone Stream. Been here for years, and it still confuses everyone but Phineas.
I've never seen a royal court before. I'll try not to set any tapestries alight.
Her Highness is just through this passageway. Please hurry.
Is this the royal court? Hardly any tapestries at all.
My lands, my fortune, even my sons. Jane Cassinda took them all from me.
I don't think this court will last much longer, dear. Do you?
Is it true? Are you really from the 10th Legion?
Queen Rosalind had a dozen maids in Glayson, but we are all that's left.
You're the ones that helped Lord Devonsey get out of the swamp. The General swears by your prowess in battle. I've been instructed to sell you supplies at a steep discount. At a loss, to be honest. We'd give them away, but resources are scarce.
We shall never abandon Queen Rosalind. Not that we have anywhere else to go.
I cannot believe the royal court has come to this.
I can scarce believe my eyes. Queen Rosalind, these are our friends from the swamp, the ones who helped us escape.
You!
You couldn't know them, my queen. Perhaps you saw their kinsmen in a painting, so they only seem familiar.
I saw you in the Mournweald, when you spoke to the golden-haired child. Was it only a dream, or were you really there?
I was there, and I spoke to the child just as you say.
I've met the child before, but only in dreams. 3 nights ago, I saw him again. The child said that Jane and her army were near. That's why I told Lord Devonsey to collapse the front gate.
Did the child say anything more?
Only that help was coming. 3 days after the siege began.
Jane was clever this time. She traveled only by night, and she kept her army small and silent. We would never have been ready if the Queen hadn't warned us.
You said that you met the child more than once?
The first time was the night my father was killed, and we fled his court in Glayson.
It was Her Majesty's dream that led us safely here. She kept her calm. So young, but very much a queen.
Every time Jane comes close to catching us, the child warns me and we escape. It's happened twice more since Glayson.
Your Majesty, I was sent here to find you. The Legion seeks an alliance with the royal court.
An alliance? I'm not sure the Queen is ready to take such a radical step.
Am I not? My father refused to reconcile with the Legion. He kept his pride and lost himself a kingdom. If not for these Legionnaires, you would still be trapped in the swamp, and I would be at Jane Cassinda's mercy. For that alone, I trust them.
This is not a matter of trust, Your Majesty, but of appearances. The Legion murdered your grandfather.
The Legion murdered no one. You were a Legionnaire yourself. You should know.
Are you so sure you know the truth? Were you there? Were you privy to the Grand Master's council, as I was?
I'll hear no more talk of my grandfather's murder. Whatever the truth may be, these Legionnaires are our guests, and our friends.
The signal? So soon? Jane moved faster than we thought. We're not ready to repel her.
Jane and her army found a way into the mines?
2 ways, actually. We collapsed the main entrance, but we didn't have time to seal the others. She's attacking all the breaches at once. Must be driving her people hard.
Can you pull back, further into the mines? I've heard that Glitterdelve is vast.
No more running. The Radiant Youth has always told me when I had to flee. This time, he sent you.
Jane's soldiers are pushing their way into the mining tunnels above and below us. I'd thought to collapse those tunnels more quickly, but my people are too few. We need to drive back the enemy soldiers, set black powder charges at each of the mining tunnels, and get out of the way before they collapse.
When the tunnels are sealed, is there any other way for Jane to get inside?
Only one. A half-finished tunnel at the base of the deep well. I'd hoped to seal all the entrances but that one. Force her to attack us there. But the present circumstances may work in our favor. The lower entrance won't seem so much like an obvious trap. Assuming, of course, that we can stop her forces in the mining tunnels.
How many of your soldiers are left?
Just the few you saw in the swamp. Page boys and destitute lords, most of them.
No time to waste then. I'll head for the mining tunnels.
Roderick is my officer in charge. He's probably on his way to the tunnels.
And thank you. It means a great deal to have the Legion at my side.
I see that everyone's been introduced. Please, Legionnaire, come speak to me when you have a moment. Welcome to our home. Not the most lavish of courts, I'll admit, but it's not without a certain homely charm. Still, what little we do have is at risk. You know this all too well, I'm sure. The battle for this mountain will determine the Queen's future. But also at issue are the riches of the past, dwarven treasures that must be preserved.
What exactly are you trying to protect?
Geomantic artifacts are scattered throughout these mines. Tomes, devices, enchantments. And Paynite. One of the rarest gems in all of Ebb. Key to the greatest accomplishments of geomancy.
Why is Paynite so valuable?
Geomancers often used the term facilitator to describe substances that amplified the reach and flow of magic. Among their scholars, no facilitator was accorded higher value than Paynite.
You want me to find some Paynite, I assume?
Yes, you have a lodestar already, so you'll know how to use this. It's a lodestar that reacts to the presence of Paynite. A dozen samples will be sufficient. I will greatly appreciate it if you bring them to me.
The floating stones I've seen. You're trying to protect things like that?
Levitating stones are but a trifle. Humble reminders of Glitterdelv's geomantic dependency. Floating stones, flowing water, even the giant fans. All would be impossible if not for the stone stream.
I've seen the stone stream and the swirling rocks, but what is it exactly?
Why, it's the Dwarven Geomage's crowning achievement. A stream of magic that flows through all of Glitterdelve. A perfect melding of magic, stone, and life. The very essence of geomancy. The lifeblood of the mines, you could say. I haven't the time to describe every particular. Suffice it to say that life in Glitterdelve would be impossible without it.
But can the stone stream help us in battle?
Perhaps. Its effect is pervasive. We might be able to manipulate it to our advantage. Still, that would be a drastic course of action. For the time being, we must protect what we can.
What do dwarven riches matter when the mountain is under siege?
I speak of geomancy. Lord Devonsey risked the lives of his men to save me, for I have the power to move Earth. My knowledge must be shared. Imagine what even a dozen men such as myself could do to shape a battlefield. If the Dwarven Geomages yet lived, against all their power and knowledge, Jane would have no hope of entering these mines.
No other royalists know the art?
Students need teachers, and I'm too busy studying the craft to teach it. Every day I learn something new, but I'm years away from being a capable instructor.
Jane is still breaching tunnels. Can geomancy help us right now?
Of course. I still have a role to play in all this, when the time is right. Still, demanding as present needs are, we mustn't neglect the contribution of geomancy to a royalist future. The knowledge must be protected.
I'd better head to the mining tunnels.
May the battle go well. Every second that Jane is held back could make the difference.
I've been instructed to sell you supplies at a steep discount. At a loss, to be honest. We'd give them away, but resources are scarce. Is there any chance you'll be going to the southern mines, perhaps? There's something very important you could accomplish there.
Tell us what you need. If it's as important as you say, we'll find the time.
Something valuable was left behind. A weapon of advanced make. Jane may have numbers, but she can't match the ingenuity of our weaponsmiths. The weapon is a rifle that can fire several shots before reloading. With it, a single soldier is more valuable than 10. The design hasn't been perfected yet, but we're close. When we fled from the Azanites, the rifle was left behind in a crystal cavern in the mines. We must recover it before Jane's men find it.
Where in the cavern is it exactly?
I don't know. It was hectic. We had to fall back immediately. I was in the middle of testing the weapon. I think I dropped it near a group of crystals, but that's all I can remember. I'm sorry.
We'll try to bring the rifle back to you.
Be careful. Those mines are probably swarming with Azanites now.
James fanatics. They've broken through. You're not done yet.
Much obliged.
Devonsey sent you to assist. That's welcome news. My men are stretched too thin. We haven't the manpower to contain all the breaches. These tunnels are already overrun.
I don't see your soldiers here. Where are the rest of them?
I posted cohorts at several choke points. I don't know how they fare. Most of my men are near the tunnel exit, but there are far too many Azanites. We can't hold them back.
You've seen what we're up against. What's our next move?
Collapse those tunnels straight away. We've got a breach at the ventilation shaft to the east. We brought black powder as quickly as we could to the opening, but we're still a few satchels short of what we need. You can find satchels in the mining tunnels. Grab them, make your way to the breach, and help us collapse it.
If these tunnels are overrun, I'll need to know more about the breach.
The ventilation shaft does lead to the outside, but it was made for the gases flowing through Glitterdelve, not us. Be careful over there. It's full of explosive vapors from deep inside the mine. Lots of spark fires, so watch your step.
No time to waste. I'll head for the breach now.
Very good. I'll head to the western tunnels to see how our men fare there. Good luck.
We are not alone here. The odds are against us here.
Hold them back!
There is no platform here. Where might we find the control crystal? The rifle must have fallen among the crystals. If we shatter them, we will find it.
Look, over there! Ready the cannon!
The crystals will not protect us for long. And look, the noise is making more spiders. We cannot reach those cannons. All we can do is retreat.
Don't let them through!